Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 5th of June. Now, if you're new to my channel, stay watching because there might be a message you're meant to receive today, and I'll just get started and we'll see what comes up. Now, I'm getting that the elites are now hiding behind the curtain. Now, I talk a lot about the curtains being slowly drawn softly, and these elites are now hiding behind it. It's almost like they're peering out from behind the curtain because they don't want to be seen as the bad guys. Now, as everyone on my channel knows, they are the bad guys. But for a lot of these people waking up, they don't understand that these are the bad guys. We have to remember that they still trusted the science, and they believed epidemiologists, and they believed Bill Gates, and they believed everybody, Fauci. And now these people are kind of behind the curtain, like peering out, hoping that the dust settles and that things go away. Because they take pride in what they do and they feel like they should be honoured. You know, I talk about that all the time, that they feel like they should be looked up to and put on a pedestal because of their great wisdom and knowledge. Now, they're hiding behind the curtain. If we think about it, it's like the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz was this little guy who hid behind the curtain and pretended he was this big persona, this big image, but he ended up being just this little guy on this thing with the microphone. So this is kind of the imagery that I'm getting. I talked about it yesterday. This is all an illusion, and they're hiding behind the curtain. Now, I'll just see where else we're going with this today. Now, the guides are saying that the powers that be are starting to take some of them down. Oh, fingers, we could only hope. They're starting to come down. And the guides are saying the rich aren't getting richer. They're having a big shake-up. There's this huge backlash that's coming towards them. And it's almost like, these parliamentary leaders and these people in government and leaders, they pushed out this big wave of water. So it's like they tried to push this tsunami against people. But what's happened is, because people are standing up, and because we stood up, and now the people waking up are starting to stand up, the wave of water has hit a wall, which, as we know, is like the pushback, and it's curved the water over, and the water's heading back towards them. So this is what is current. This is the current energy. The wave is returning. Yay! God, I hope it is. I hope it knocks them all over. Sweeps them out to sea. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you wish that as well. But this is what I'm getting. The wave, the tsunami that they tried to send out to people. Gosh, if you think about the pandemic treaty, that was one hell of a tidal wave come tsunami that they sent out to people. Well, that went back. It curved back. It hit like this giant brick wall, and then it curved back on itself and created this huge wave. And now it's kind of showing me this imagery that it's like sploshed all over them. So like it's really, it's taken them aback. So this is what I'm getting around these government global leaders. They can't. It's like I said yesterday, they cannot understand why people haven't received what they're giving, why they're not complying. Why haven't they received this with open arms? They can't understand why we haven't all opened our arms and said, these people have brilliant ideas, why aren't we all following it? This is why they're covered now in water and all shaking themselves off, because they're going to have to like dry themselves off and come up with a new plan. Because again, it's the fight back. It's push the water back towards them. So, this is so good. So that's the imagery I'm getting today, is that it's almost like they're saying they're drowning in their sorrows. Boo-hoo. I'm sure we could provide plenty of tissues for them. That wouldn't be a problem. We'd be happy to do that, wouldn't we? So I'm definitely getting that these global elites, they're sort of saying they're getting scared now, but then it's like they're not scared because they don't want to drop the ball, like I was saying the other day. But they're really going to have to hone in now and really focus and feed that narrative correctly to get this implemented. Like, they don't want to stop there. They're not going to give up just because they're covered in water, for example, and saturated and drowning in their sorrows. I'm sure they're not, but, you know, that's the image the guides are giving us. They'll keep moving forward because they're just getting smarter and smarter and smarter at implementing things. So what they do when these things happen and they get that backlash and things come back at them, they start to narrow things down. And I talked about this yesterday. They'll focus more on the age groups, and they'll focus more on the suburbs, and they'll focus more on these kinds of people, because they have to get everybody back into that central kind of space. And it's showing me like, it's like cables in a house. They're showing me the wiring of a house. You start off with the power box outside the house, and then the wires all go in one central big conduit kind of wire, but then they all split. All the wires split and go around the house. So you have some that go to the lights, and then you have another lot that might go to the underfloor heating, and another one that goes to the oven, and another wire that goes to the stove. Well, what they're wanting to do is not have all this spread. They want it all to come back to the one cable. So this is the imagery that the guides are giving me today about this is how they're going to start to get the narrative rolling again. They're going to work at breaking down, because they don't want the cables, for example, separated, which is all of us. They don't want us all separated doing our own things. They want us all on the same page, which is in the one conduit contained, for example, the one centralised government or the one centralised bank. We know where this is all heading. So they want all these wires to come back together and just end up in this one wire. So, for example, one whole conduit is running like the whole house. Again, we're probably looking at the solar panels and all this sort of stuff. But this is kind of what they're getting at when they're saying that. They want us all to be rejoined again, so we're all going in the one direction. But see, there's so much divide at the moment that we've all gone our own ways, like the cables. We're all, you know, you can have your lights on, but you can have all the rest off. So, but they don't want that. They want everything on at the same time and on in the direction that they want to take you. So this is, I know that's a far out analogy, but that's the analogy they're giving me. It all goes into the house in one, then it splits, but they don't want that. They want it all to go in and have full control. So every time, for example, you turn one switch on, everything comes on. And that's where they get the control. They don't like things separated. So that's what I'm definitely getting about this narrative now. They're looking at focusing on breaking all this down and working out why people aren't complying and trying to get them to recomply again. That's currently what I'm getting. I'll just see what else we get today. Oh, I'm getting they're not conspiracy theories no more. They're not conspiracy theories anymore. Oh, I'm sure out there, if you're watching my videos, we still get told that we're sharing conspiracy theories and what are we talking about? But now they're not conspiracy theories anymore. There is going to be more truth being found out about all these so-called conspiracy theories that we've been talking about for 2.5 years. Well, now it's all becoming concrete. People are seeing it en masse. These things are rolling out in front of their very eyes. And like I said, it doesn't mean they have to take it, because people will fight back. When it comes to money, when it comes to their future and, you know, not owning anything and being happy, people are fighting back. And that's why when I say about that tidal wave of things that were coming towards people has got pushed back, because people don't want it. I keep saying people don't want it. We didn't want it. We didn't want any of this stuff that started 2.5 years ago. We left ages ago. We're over here in Terabella now. But this is what's happened. The conspiracies are now truths. And that's very strong today. That's the quote. Conspiracies, in inverted commas, are now truths. And pretty much the guys are saying every conspiracy is actually coming true. And these people waking up can't deny that anymore. They can't keep saying it's a conspiracy. Gosh, you only need to play one of the World Economic Forum videos, don't you? Pops up on YouTube, and there they all are saying it. Oh, we're going to do digitally, have these things in your body, and we're going to do all this stuff and change your environment and globally bring this in and that in and carbon emissions. And, it's all happening. So every conspiracy is now coming true. I'm definitely getting that quote today. Oh, we could start our own posters, couldn't we? Conspiracies are now true. Remember when conspiracies weren't true and now they are? And we could all be on those posters like, looking all cool and be exciting. I think that'd be fun. We could do our own posters. Oh, God, it just goes on and on. I'll see what else we get today. Yeah, this is happening. They keep just saying the global elites are really shaky now. You know, oh God, my guides aren't even funny. They're saying, look at Biden. How shaky is Biden? You know, that's not even funny, is it? Oh God, he really is shaky, isn't he? But they're saying like all these global elites are really shaky now because, see, it hasn't gone to plan. I keep saying it has not gone to plan. See, when they did the mass psychosis, admittedly, they had 3/4 of the population at least, probably more than that at the time, and you've got to remember that they thought that having 3/4 of the population would just dominate, and we would just be squashed, little nothings, squashed, pushed out of society, unheard of, not to be spoken to, and we would have no voice in anything. But they were wrong. See, because they tried to bury us, but we were the seeds, and we made all this information grow, and we passed it around, and we kept it out there, and we fought for our rights with our flags and our courage, and we had our swords, and we did this. We made a difference, and we managed to shape this middle portion of society up. Because what you have to remember, as much as they may feel that, you know, the jab might have been real. Anyway, just saying, a lot of these people didn't, but they were forced to get because of mandates, and then they got injured and knew something wasn't right, so they started to wake up. So they sort of came out of that mass psychosis, their gut feeling something wasn't right. This is what happened, and this is why the agenda has not rolled out to perfection. I keep saying it. Oh, this is exactly why they're getting shaky in their boots, and they're getting frustrated now because they have to keep reinventing things. We know that. Gosh, every second day on YouTube, now suddenly someone was saying there's chemicals in the sky that are causing problems with people's hearts. And God, the chemicals are probably because they're creating these rain bombs and making fake floods. And God, who even knows? There's so much stuff going on. We don't even know what the truth is anymore sometimes. Although we know the conspiracies are becoming true, don't we? That's what we know is truth. Actually, that was something in, what was that song? Oh, that was the song yesterday, that song by Pharrell about being happy. And in that song, I don't know if anybody played it, I did. I went and had a listen to it. It's such a great song. And it said, happiness is the truth. So, you know, that's what we could put in our poster, couldn't we? Happiness is the truth, you know, because it is the truth. And it brings you happiness. When you stay in your truth and you're true to what you believe and you know is correct and real, that brings you happiness. And that's why we've managed to find our Terra Bella and our happy place, because we're staying in our truth. So, you know, this is why they're so shaky, because they know that we're sharing the truth, and they're having to keep cover it up and detour and make new stories up. You've got to admit, this is just going on and on and on, to the point that these people in this middle portion that are waking up, they'd have to be feeling really silly now with all this monkey pox and shingles on the rise, heart things on the rise, kidney on the rise. How come everything's on the rise? You know, we were fine 2.5 years ago. None of this was going on. We just got our yearly flu. It was rah, rah, rah. And now it's that out of control. And one thing after another. You can't tell me people don't see it. Anyway, well, they have got their magnifying glasses on now. Remember I talked about that they can see things a lot clearer, like the detective, Sherlock Holmes. I'll just see if there's any final messages today. And they're saying that we've been screaming it from the rooftops for years. We have been screaming from the rooftops for years the truth. So we've been putting it out there. And now the guides are saying to me it's kind of coming back like an echo. So it's finally coming back now. We're starting to hear and see the effects of what we put out. It's coming back, it's coming back, it's coming back. And that's a good thing because then people hear it. That means it's coming back to us. It's bouncing off there and it's coming back and spreading. We put it out there and then, there were times where we heard nothing. Whereas now we're starting to see the truth and we're hearing people fighting against this as well. It's not just us anymore. We're not alone in this process of waking up. I promise you that. We are not alone. This is happening. Keep listening for the echo. It's coming back. The guide said your echoes are finally coming back. And now people are hearing it because it's bouncing off all these cliff faces and it's getting louder and it's coming back and it's coming. When you hear an echo, it's like, hello, 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 hello. You hear it about 5 times. Well, this is what it's happening. It's still spreading. So I'm going to leave you with that today. Oh gosh, we're hearing echoes. It's great. We're finally getting some great feedback. All the things we've been putting out there are finally coming back. It's brilliant and being heard by many. I'll just see if there's anything else today at all. The guides are just saying, like, you've got this. Just stay strong. They're showing me like the muscle person, showing all their muscles. That you've got this. You guys and gals as well, or whatever you are. It doesn't matter if you're a they. I don't even care. But you've got this. They're saying you can claim your stake as a landholder now. Oh, not the capitalist stakeholder thing or whatever it is Klaus talks about. They're saying that we can claim our stake in this land now that we have earned, and we now own a portion of this beautiful land that we've created, our Terra Bella. We all own our own portion of it, and the guides are saying they're giving us the deeds and the rights to our portion of land because we've created this part of our world of freedom now. And look, I'm going to leave you with that today because I think it's just a great vision of us having a little portion of our land and our space, and it's green and it's fenced off, and we have our own safe place in this Terra Bella. I'm definitely getting that. I'll just hang on, just bear with me for 1 second. They're saying to me we've, I can't get it out. They're saying to me we've righted a lot of wrongs. Righted a lot of wrongs. Yep, that's the message I'm going to leave you with today. We've righted a lot of wrongs. Oh, gosh, I hope so. Anyway, take care, everybody. I know that was a very strange reading today. There's so much in it, but put your thoughts on that. Go listen to that song by Pharrell about happiness is the truth. I think he was spot on with his lyrics in that song. So take care. Have a great day, everybody. I'll say goodbye from Australia. Stay strong and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit those like buttons and please comment. I love hearing from you. We all have great chats to each other and I'll see you very soon. Bye.